some books in it, and a journal, and a dagger, and a whetstone.
A Horcrux journal.
No. We thought the big
Poltergeist.
Cam face planted, and then he got thrown by Dace.
Yeah.
And then he did something else.
Like, I know I've said my body is a weapon, but Dace used that literally.
Somebody ran into acid.
Yes, that was Dace. Straight up ran into acid.
The herdy slimes.
We tried putting slime on the bottom of canned foods.
Yes.
That was hysterical, and I've not stopped laughing about it.
Didn't work as well as we thought.
That was amazing. Yeah, that was a good recap.
And we were pushing our way deeper into the cave, so we kind of like realized that we're going to go further in, and that's where we did.
We're looking for. Oh my god, I have her name written down. We're looking for Kina Brightspark.
Yep.
Boardroom that missing. Upon following through her slime hunting research.
Commission by the magistrate of Winnoing Reach to pay penance for your banditry crimes. Air quotes, we'll put air quotes around.
We chose how to get our class.
In order to relieve you of the transgressions against the town of Winnoing Reach, you've been tasked with finding and bringing Kina Brightspark and Quillam researcher safely back to Winnoing Reach by the magistrate. You chose to go to the near entrance, the one just off of the road, instead of the far entrance through the swamp, in order to enter the Mockden Caverns, where you were accosted by a poltergeist and acquired some stuff that you have yet to identify. But some curious things and some non-curious things, some books along with some potential magic items.
Yeah. Did we level up?
No.
We're level 4, right?
Yeah.
We're level 3 then, so?
Hey man, I'm already off script with the book. We're still supposed to be at level 1 here. I'm being nice.
We're level 4?
No. Do not listen to them. I make the decisions around here.
I was captain now.
I was the captain now. But you are continuing to make your way down into the Mockden Caverns after that initial.
What? Should we
After that initial scuffle, realizing that there are some slimes you should avoid because you might get burned with acid, and slimes that you should avoid because you might accidentally get your weapons stuck in it, or yourself, depending on who decides to reach for what. You start traversing down deeper into the Mockden Caverns with your torches held aloft because it is dark and musty, and as you make your way into, don't do it. As you make your way through the winding tunnels, after about 20 minutes of walking, you notice that you no longer find any signposts like you saw in that initial cavern. It seems like whoever comes down here kind of knows their way around, if nothing else. And you start to notice this kind of faint glow that you didn't notice before, kind of coming from the cave walls as you continue into the kind of heart of the Mockden cavern system itself. And as you kind of like get a little bit closer to this glow that's coming off of these cave walls, you notice that there almost appears to be some bioluminescent creatures that have made this cave system their home. You see kind of this like brightly colored fungi growing along the walls, and some moss that gives off this kind of eerie white silver glow. that seems to start lighting your way almost, or at least providing you with some dim light in addition to your torches as you continue on. Is there anything you'd like to do while you're walking into this cavern?
I just had a question outside the story. Are we still using that diagram from last session?
No, I may or may not have new ones for you,
Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries then.
depending on how this shakes out.
How far down have we traveled already?
So you've gone about an hour and a bit. The last 30 minutes have been like kind of helped along with this bioluminescent plant life that just seems to cling to the walls, but it is dark, it is damp.
Is it just one tunnel? Because like there's no signs anymore. Do we have to worry about getting lost?
So far, it doesn't seem like there are any offshoots. You have noticed kind of like air vents almost in the ceiling above you, very small tunnels that you assume might be going directly to the surface, but someone of your size may not be able to fit through. And someone of Mrs. Quillam's size, since she is apparently the tallest of you all, as we found out last week, may not be able to fit through a hole this small.
Okay.
Well, guys, what do you think? Send somebody out to take a look, or
Can fit.
Who can fit?
Do we want to go that way?
Who is small enough to fit?
All right.
Mrs. Quillam, can you fit?
Because the queue of you go, it'll make it easier for the rest of us to go.
So we're
So
saying,
this isn't the tunnel ahead of you that's small. It's the tunnels kind of going in through the roof of this cave.
Oh,
I
the
think
air
The tunnel
vents.
in front of you is not tiny.
okay. I think Apoc should go up those holes. Maybe he can bore a way through.
Ooh, I could, but it might be, I don't know, you guys are going to sit here for a while. It'd be pretty boring.
I hate you both. I'm just kidding, I love you both.
I think we should. Can I just take a look, see what I can see up in the holes, even though it's dark? Maybe like take the torchlight just to like get a sense before we get underneath these things. Like, is there anything possibly dropping in on us from up there?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Nah, it's a
What's
7.
good to you?
It's one of my highest modifiers. It's a 7.
Jeez Louise.
Oof.
Oh, looks okay to you. You don't notice anything. You don't think they're trapped or something might drop down there. Looks fine.
All right, safe.
Who's got light? Or, I mean, we're kind of lit up by this stuff, but
I had a torch.
we have a torch.
I
Okay.
had a lantern.
One of you guys with light want to go
Like,
first?
do we notice any like footsteps or signs of someone has clearly gone through this way?
So you do notice that there seem to be some remnants of people who have come this way. I mean, you know that these caverns are traveled by the researchers. You haven't really seen any major splits with the exception of the first cavern. There was kind of one little split off that you chose not to go through. But the tunnel you're traveling seems to be the most well carved. It hasn't been carved. It's a naturally existing thing, but it seems to be the most well defined. You do notice signs of life. There almost seem to be, like old mines where they've kind of reinforced the walls and the ceiling and have like rivets driven up to prevent cave-ins and things like that. You do see signs of life like that. You do also notice that there does still seem to be like this blue trail of slime that you recognize as the sticky stuff kind of traversing along the ground a little bit, and it disappears and sort of comes back just in small puddles here and there.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Did you think you'd be describing the same tunnel for 15 minutes?
You asked. I answered.
Do you know what you could do now?
Is it? Are we at a junction, or are we just
We're in a tunnel.
a tunnel?
Yes.
The tunnel for now. Do you have a marching order going forward from here?
So at the moment we're just standing in a tunnel and there's something above us.
There's a
There's
whole-
just holes going back to the surface above us, like air holes.
Do you want to force anything?
No, I'm not going to force anything right now.
Okay,
I'll go first.
and I'll follow up second.
I will go Sid.
Fourth.
So your rogue is bringing up the last. That sounds accurate.
He's got light. You need light in the back.
Oh,
You can
he's
light
got the light.
Jace, do you have light?
I will steal the light.
If anything, I'm the quickest to get up to the front if needed.
Sir Basil's holding the torch, and then Dace just picks up Sir Basil and keeps walking.
I like that. Done.
Perfect. Love it. So Dace and Sir Basil, as you're kind of leading the way down here, you notice that the tunnel starts to kind of narrow and that the bioluminescence starts to kind of restrict itself to where there's only like a little bit of that white moss here and there as you're traveling through.
Interesting.
And as you're walking forward, Dace, you start to notice that your footsteps are making noises, a splish, 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 as you continue on. And as you take one more step forward, you kind of notice ahead of you that it seems to be completely black, this sort of big expanse in front of you. And you hold your light up a little bit and you notice your feet have caused ripples in what looks like a massive pool of water in this chamber.
Whoa.
So cool. Underwater lake.
Hmm.
Can we, like, because I want to get an idea of how, like, big this body of water is. Can we, like, light an arrow on fire and, like, shoot it out and see, like, how far it goes?
Sure. Pass me your torch. Or just hold it out. Sting.
You just fire it straight in.
Well, not into the water, but like across.
Okay.
Across the tunnel.
Yeah, you fire the arrow across. That's really creative.
That was good.
You fire the arrow across with your bow, and as it kind of lights up this cavern, you notice that it's big. It
Heads
is
up!
like this. It does kind of look like this underground lake, as you described it, with almost a little bit of an island stuck right in the middle of it. And your arrow kind of thunks into, well, I guess not thunk, it's rock, but hit and kind of fall, still flaming, onto this middle island.
Cool.
Do we see anything in this middle island?
I didn't hear that. Can you say it again?
Do we see anything on this middle island? Do we, like, can we make out anything?
So far it just kind of looks like, from what you can see from what Apoc's flaming arrow had, it's this rock pillar, not really an island, this rock pillar surrounded, as far as you can tell, by water. How deep, you're not 100% sure until you take a couple steps. It looks like there seems to be maybe some pockets of that bioluminescent moss, at least on the island, that you can kind of make out now that you know what you're looking at. But it is still quite dark in here.
Okay, so it's basically the arrow and the bioluminescent.
That's giving off a little bit of dim light now that you know. But with this little light, it's kind of hard to tell how far the island is.
Kina.
Kina.
There seems to be other camemberts in this cave. I don't like it.
How deep, like, where's the water level compared to our legs? Is that knee level?
So right now, Dace, you're at the front. It's coming up to kind of your ankles to start.
Oh, okay.
But you can tell that you're kind of at the start of whatever this underground pond lake is.
Okay.
And even when you hold the torch kind of down to the bottom, you see it almost, you can see the bottom where you are right now, but it's kind of difficult to tell 1-2 more steps.
I just imagine,
Oh.
because Basil's still holding the torch and Dace is holding Basil, so I just imagine Basil waving, or Dace waving Basil all over the place to see everything.
Love it.
I have a javelin in my inventory. Can I pull it out and use it as a, like, kind of poke at the water to see where like the depth is before
Super
we start
creative.
moving?
Absolutely. Love it. Yeah. I won't make you roll for it because it's kind of easy to tell. You start poking around and kind of moving forward in tandem with poking around in this water at your feet. And you can see that with every step you're taking, the water ripples and starts to extend past what you can see in your light and the light on the island. And you get to a point where you go to put the javelin in and it sinks maybe like 3.5 feet deep. So kind of around your waist-ish level, depending on how tall you are.
Boy.
It's a good thing
And
to walking.
Can I don't know how effective this will be because I don't know how powerful this cantrip is. But you see Mrs. Q like whisper something under her breath, and the light that has still going on the island brightens as much as is conceivably allowed for this cantrip, to see whether I can see anything around that area or maybe see the other side.
Super cool. Yeah, love it. It flares up, and from your vantage point, you can see that I gotta count. You can see from your vantage point that the island is maybe like 30 feet, 35 feet away, kind of tough to tell exactly from you. But this cavern is huge. It goes like 60, 70 feet up in the air. It's this dome, this rough domed shape that looks like the water is just eaten away at it over the centuries. You see like stalactite.
On the roof.
Yes, on the roof. Stalactites on the roof that kind of slowly drip water down into the pool. And you can see it looks to be like a round cavern. So you do see a little bit of the other side from this flare on the island. It looks like there's another entrance, but the island is a little bit in your way right now. It's kind of tough to actually see another doorway or continuation of the tunnel you're in.
Since I'm an owl, can I use my dark vision?
So dark vision still requires dim light, which is kind of what you're working with here. Let me take a look.
It says if I'm in darkness, it's as if I'm in dim light.
And then if you're, let me see.
I just didn't know if that.
Yeah, so it's, okay, it's dark vision 60 feet. Or are you looking at like a feature trait here?
Feature and trait, yeah, dark vision.
Balance, dark vision, okay. As if it were bright light, and in darkness as if it were dim light. So you're still only dealing within 60 feet, which is, roughly the size of this cavern. So even without Mrs. Q's flare up, I guess, Dace, you would be able to kind of see that there is like a rounded sort of cavern with what could be the continuation of the tunnel on the other side. But you don't get much more than that.
Okay, I thought it was much bigger. 60 feet isn't too bad.
It looks like the island's sort of in the middle, and you're about 30, 35-ish feet from the island.
That's a stone toss.
Yeah.
A stone toss. A 3-pound stone toss.
Should we go check it out? You want to throw one of us, Dace?
What I'll do is I'll say to the group, we should tread carefully. And then I kind of like crawl my way out of like Dace's arm, and I use his arm as a diving board into the water, and I swim towards this tower pillar thing.
Oh boy.
Before he does that, can you do a strength check to see if he can get out of my hand grip?
Okay, all right.
Aww.
Sure, yeah, contested, both of you roll.
So it's
I
just
want to throw.
20 plus.
So Dennis, it's an athletics check for you. Or sorry, Dace, an athletics check for you, and Sir Basil, it's either athletics or acrobatics.
Do I see this happening?
Yes, you do.
Can I do something too? Can I get in on
Yes,
this?
you can.
That is a 22.
Ah, okay. I got a 15.
As Basil jumps out, I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation to create a little magical musical note. It goes "Dit-dit-dit-dit."
Amazing. I have a mouthful of cookie.
Yeah, it's a good
Follow.
cookie, eh?
It's a good cookie.
Yeah.
All right, so unfortunately, Dace, somehow this little gerbean completely just humiliates you as he jumps and wiggles out of your grip.
Damn.
Lands in the water. If you have your torch that you were hanging on to, Sir Basil, it's now out. And the water ripples as you're swimming, with the waves becoming a little more violent than just your footsteps moving through. As Sir Basil is swimming, I would like everyone else to make a perception check for me, please.
16.
Same.
15.
Nope. Didn't see shit.
All right, this actually makes sense because I think Dace at least is near the front, and Camembert, you just see stuff because you're cool and awesome. As Sir Basil is starting to swim out, and you can see, for as much light as you have in here, the ripples starting to move outwards towards the wall. You catch a glimpse of something that seems to shift kind of on either side of this cavern, ever so slightly in the shadows.
Hey, did you see that 2 days?
I did.
Heads up.
I guess I stop halfway, or I don't know.
Don't stop.
Okay.
You keep going?
Yeah.
You keep going towards the island?
I want to shoot an arrow off at the side wall away from him, just to try and like kerplunk something in the water over there.
Okay.
Or is there rocks at her feet?
Yeah, that rock would work
Yeah,
too.
you could throw a rock.
Yeah.
Throw something
Just-
to the side.
Yeah, or like a decoy or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, throw a stone over to the side of the wall, the cavern.
Sure. Yeah, you go ahead and like grab a stone and throw it over to the right or left, doesn't matter kind of which one. And it like smacks off the wall, kerplunks into the water, forms a couple rings.
Yeah.
I'll say Dace, since you're a little bit closer to the front than Camembert. The side that you did throw the rock on, you do see kind of another shift of something. Where it was almost moving upwards, it started kind of shifting to move back down.
Like it was moving up the wall?
Yeah, the first time you saw that shift on either side of the walls, you saw kind of this shift upwards of this dark thing. And then on the left side that you threw the rock, you see the one on the left kind of shift down almost very slowly.
Okay. Can I just keep on, I notice it, but could I just keep on throwing rocks to get its attention? How far is Sir Basil away from the island? Is he halfway?
Yeah. Do I make it there, or?
So because you are in water and swimming, you are at half speed. So what is your speed, Sir Basil?
30.
30. You're almost there. You're about 3/4 of the way there by now.
Okay.
Kind of splashing and making ripples as you go.
Okay. Yeah, can I throw a rock near the shadow figure, but like kind of where it has to if it's coming from the west, I want to kind of throw it on the east side, so it kind of has to like revert back and
Just trying to lead it away.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's on like the right side of the cavern, the one that you're potentially distracting right now with the one whose attention you seem to have caught. And as you continue to throw, you want to throw to the left side of the cavern, you mean?
Well, not left towards the island, but maybe like away from the island per se.
So almost kind of like just around the corner from where you're standing
Yeah.
right now. Here, let me give you some perspective.
A
Some owlbear rodeo.
Yeah, I absolutely stole this from Eric, and I'm going to use it every week because I love it.
Ooh.
It's super easy to use, which is the best part.
Super easy unless you're me and can't draw on maps that you.
I don't draw any maps. I steal them all from the internet.
That's true.
Whoa.
Okay. So I would like. Can I do this? So it's like right here, right? Oh shit! Sorry.
So what you're seeing, Dace, you have thrown some rocks over in this area.
Oh, okay.
Sir Basil, you are right here. Your little thing, these are 5 by 5 foot squares for reference. So you've been throwing rocks in this area, and the one you're sort of tracking is kind of along this wall that you're noticing is kind of climbing down. Think of this as a giant, like, domed cave where what you're seeing is actually on the wall. It's not in the water.
Oh, it's a slime.
Okay, yeah. So I guess I'll just throw it here then.
Okay, so you go to throw it. Just make a strength check. Let's see how far you can actually throw this thing.
Do I just click on strength?
Yep.
17.
17. Yeah, you're able to hit your mark right over here. And you notice that that blob you've been tracking continues downwards, just with a little bit more haste now. Sir Basil, unless anyone else wants to do anything at this moment.
Are we gonna let him go alone, or should somebody come with? We don't know what's on that island.
I'm gonna run up to the shore just to get good vantage point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna run and dive in after him.
You're diving in, Apoc?
Yeah.
The water starts to ripple even more as this boar dives in after Sir Basil and starts splashing around, making noise, causing
I forget about there.
tremors.
Yeah.
Sir Basil, you do end up making it to the island first
Cool.
as Apoc goes to join you. It's rock. You notice kind of what you noticed from shore. It's a little bit brighter now that you're right next to that bioluminescent, eerie sort of white moss. And you can see the flames starting to die down on Apoc's arrow.
Can I, as soon as I get out, try and relight my torch?
Yeah, you go ahead, crack it, relight it. And as you do, you see something fall from the ceiling, and you see it land right in front of you.
Whoa.
You hear another one fall and land just a little ways off from the ceiling down onto the rock of the island. And those of you who are sitting near the cave entrance hear another splash as one lands to your right. Let's roll initiative.
Why am I in the water?
Okay, guys, I think they're going last.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, they're definitely going last.
I don't know about that.
Yikes. I worry for you all. All right. Camembert.
I rolled a 5.
Apoc.
12.
Basil.
18?
Mrs. Q.
6.
Woof.
Not
Dave.
last.
4.
It's okay, they're still going last.
Okay.
Okay.
Jeez, guys.
All right, Sir Basil, you are up, faced down by this awful, like iridescent, now that you're right in front of it, yellow slime that just sort of in front of you. I don't know if that translated well over Zoom.
I'm gonna clip that.
No,
Thank you.
I'm doing my best Matt Mercer impression. Here, let's put you in a square. You belong in a square.
Seeing this happen, like, and like I'm hearing these things drop from all around, I kind of yell out to the group, "Arm yourselves!" And I take out my greatsword and I try and just kind of like swing up to hit this guy.
Sounds good. Go for it.
That is terrible.
Yep.
That would be a 8.
That's exactly what you needed. Roll damage.
Sick.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
Well, whew. Cool.
A bit of armor, I guess.
And that is going to be 9 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. So as you go to slice through it with your greatsword, again, always surprises me. You take a giant chunk out of this slime, but as you do, the wound kind of spurts back at you, and I need you to go ahead and make a dex save, please.
Oh no. Oh no.
10.
10. Oh my god, I gotta get rid of this D4. You take 1 point of acid damage.
Okay.
And what type of damage is your greatsword?
Is that slashing?
Is that what it is?
Is that with the little like sword with switches? Yes.
Yeah, slashing.
Yeah, that's
Slashing? You take a chunk out of this as your blade goes right through the slime. And that's exactly what it does, goes right through the slime, and you're now face to face with 2 of them kind of oozing your way.
Okay.
With this hiss coming off of your sword.
That's on you.
Oh, geez.
This is a problem.
Can I try and, oh, geez. I guess if I try and book it past them to get to the other side of this little island, then they have an opportunity attack.
Both of them are going to have an attack of opportunity on you, correct?
I am going to do it anyways.
As long as you stay like within range of them, they wouldn't get an attack. Just as a heads up, like if you want to get onto the island, but
Well, because so I'm currently like right on the edge of the island.
yeah.
So the only way out would be to get back in the water, but I can't really do anything in the water.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm thinking like, what if I somehow booked it? So 1, 2, like somewhere here.
Yeah, so if you're trying to run away from them, they'll both get an opportunity attack on you. What Sean is saying is that if you like stayed in this area here around them, you're still within their vicinity, so you wouldn't be prone to these attacks. But if you're trying to get away, they're going to swing up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna try and book it to the other side of the island.
All right. So as you go to run away, that's a critical fail on one of them. And that is going to be that was disappointing. A 13 to hit you from the second one.
My armor is 13.
So it does end up hitting.
Okay.
And you are going to take 5 points of acid damage as you sidestep one of them and the other one shoots out this kind of pseudopod slashing you across the back of your neck, burning some of the fur, leaving a little bald patch back there. But you are able to successfully move away from him.
Cool. And that's my turn.
Apoc, you're in the water.
How do range attacks in water work? Can I make them?
How do ranged? It's only 3 feet deep. You can
So I'm
stand.
standing. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
you don't
not
have to
swimming.
swim. Basil
Okay.
needed to swim because he's only like 2 feet tall.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you can make a ranged attack.
Is it difficult terrain then?
It is
Okay.
difficult terrain that you're in unless
Perfect. Yeah,
water
I'm just
ranger
I'm gonna
is
stand up.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stand up, get off my belly, like just realize, hey guys, this isn't that deep. Stand up, pull out my bow, and take a shot at the one on the right, I suppose. So this one right here.
Okay, sounds good.
And yeah, I'm just gonna take a shot. All right. Oh, that hits.
That was
That's
this one you're aiming for?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a. Why do I have a bow on here? Okay, equip that. Sorry, guys.
The ranger unequipped his longbow.
Yeah. That's going to be 1d8 plus 2. Sorry, it's a 21 to hit. No, 23 to hit.
You hit. You absolutely hit.
Here's my d8. That's pretty good. That's 8 points of piercing damage.
This arrow goes right through it, and as it does, it leaves a hole that the slime just kind of sinks down. That slime has been neutralized.
Nice. You're so cute. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna move up here.
Oops.
Is it all still like waist deep?
Yes, the water here is still waist deep for you as you
Perfect.
move. But yeah, you only had 15 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Apoc?
Nope, that's my turn.
Okay, Mrs. Q, you're up.
Okay. Feeling frustrated because the party's been separated and that stresses me out. Can I move this?
Yep, just click. We're telling you what
I move and like get my little feet into the water over here. And I take my walking stick, which is also a quarterstaff, and I just whoop it on the head.
That's so cute. All right, go ahead and make an attack.
Where's the key?
Oh, if it's double-handed or single-handed.
Oh, I don't think I'm holding it.
Double-handed?
I guess so. Well, let's see if it hits first. 15.
Yes, you definitely hit this adorable looking little blue slime. He's pretty dang cute.
Oh, he's like a jellyfish.
He's like a little jellyfish, exactly.
Is that how to
It's
say
a
it?
little squishy.
Don't make me feel bad.
Little gushy boy.
Everything in this game is designed to make you feel bad when you kill it.
We're in an adorable animal world. It's cute.
Yeah.
D8, I think. If there's 2 numbers on my damage for a weapon,
It's the properties. D8. Damage.
Oh, is it one-handed versus two-handed?
I don't
I
know.
think
Let me
so.
take a look.
So with the quarterstaff, if you use one hand, it's 1d6, I think, or 1d8, and then if you use 2 hands, it's the bigger number.
Yeah.
So are you hitting with 2 hands or 1?
2. I'm just
Okay.
Ugh.
1d8, smashing down on this little guy.
5.
5.
Noggin.
All right. You kind of hit this little thing, and it's really cute because he compresses and then just kind of like wiggles back up. It doesn't do as much damage as you thought it was gonna do, unfortunately. But as you go to pull your okay, hold on a second. There's a lot here. As you go to pull your quarterstaff back out, it's stuck a little bit, and I need you to make a strength save.
No, that's my walking stick. Oh.
0.
Yeah. 8.
8. You are trying to pull your walking stick back out, but the little slime just kind of gives a whoop and is suction cupped to your walking stick now.
My goodness.
I feel offended.
Welcome to DMing for Georgina.
Also, your hair looks really cute, and I didn't notice it earlier, but it looks adorable. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, holy smokes.
It looks so good. All right, so your little walking stick is unfortunately stuck for right now. Is there anything else you want to try and do, Mrs. Q?
I just make a humph sound.
Oh, love
And
it.
my hands on my hips. And that's it.
Great. Love it. Adorable. Camembert, you are up.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is turn over to Dace and be like, all right, Dace, you got this with Mrs. Quillam?
Yeah.
All right,
I'll
I'm
just
gonna,
shut. Eh.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go help out our little boy over there, and I dive into the water.
Okay.
I'm gonna swim across. I'm gonna use my normal action to dash to make the distance. Basically, get up to here. That's about as far as I can get. And I'll use my bonus action to hide under the water for my next. As I kind of like swim under and just like take a big breath right before I go down and hide behind the shore. And that's my turn.
Amazing. Go ahead and make a stealth check to hide from the slime that's right in front of you.
I think that's a dirty 20.
All right. You believe that you were hidden from this thing that has no eyes.
Dirty 20.
Although keep in mind, it did sense you guys walking in and making waves in the water, however that happened. All right. Dace, you are up with nobody around you to throw as a heads up.
Miss Q. So I see how angry she is at this squishy. Yeah. I'll use a great axe. I'll swing my great axe at the squishy.
Remember, slashing damage split.
But it's different though, right? From your, can I see Sir Basil's slimes from my distance?
So with your dark, well, there's light over there now. Sir Basil does have a light. You can see that there is one slime here that looks to be this yellow, like the stuff that you ran into in the first cavern looks to be the same color as what's here.
Okay.
You do also see kind of this shimmering blue one over here that you remember Apoc's arrow got stuck in before. And the one Mrs. Q is fighting is that same color blue.
Okay. So it's the sticky. Okay. Okay, I don't want to risk it. I will use my hand axe. No, I will use my javelin. No, my hand axe.
Okay. Against the one by Mrs. Q?
Yeah.
Alright.
Is her walking stick like protruding out of the squishy, or is it like totally submerged?
So no, it's protruding out. It's like half in the top bulb of this guy and half that she was holding on to out of it.
Okay. I want to save your stick, but
you can hit the squishy without hitting Mrs. Q's stick. There are like tentacles that you could aim for if you wanted.
and it's 3 feet of water, like 3 feet deep of water, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just take a regular attack.
All right, so go ahead and swing away at this little squishy.
It's 8.
It's 8?
Yeah.
You still hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Are you throwing it or holding your axe?
Holding it.
All right. So go ahead and roll damage first.
6.
Okay. So you go over to help Mrs. Q take a swing and you cleave, not as much as you thought you would in this little squishy, But go ahead and make a strength check as you try and, strength saving throw as you try and pull your axe back out.
17.
Dace, you're able to successfully rip your axe back out. There's like a little bit of blue slime still hanging to it, but you get your axe back. Anything else on your turn? Don't forget, you can also rage before you attack for your bonuses.
I am okay. No, that's everything.
All right. All right, so it is now the little slime's turn. Cute little baby slimes. So Dace, I'm assuming you moved over somewhere here in order to attack the little slime?
Yeah.
All right, so this first one by Mrs. Q and Dace, since that's the first one I see on the map, is gonna go ahead and make a pseudopod attack towards the one who just hit it and got its weapon back. It's gonna aim for you, Dace. Oh, and it's gonna miss with the 5.
Oh.
It just kind of quietly as it misses you. Oh my God, who put that there? Adorable.
Oh. No, the other one doesn't have a walking stick in it.
That's super cute. The slime that accosted Sir Basil does not see Camembert and does not have the reach to go for Apoc, so is going to make an attempt to move, and actually does make it up to you, even though it's a pretty slow slime, and is going to strike out towards you, Sir Basil. I'm not going to use that one anymore. It's really bad. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
All right. You are going to take another 5 points of acid damage as it strikes towards you with another pseudopod. The adorable little blue guy that's also on the island does see Sir Basil too, and does still not see Cam, and is not going to go for Apoc because you're too far away in the water, and is going to slide up along the stalagmite and does make it over to you, Sir Basil, and is going to also take an attack at you for a 12 to hit.
Nope.
You also hear a as it misses you.
Oh my gosh.
How do you want to kill them? They're so cute.
They are so cute, aren't they adorable?
Yeah.
All right. Sir Basil, we're back up to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cute, love.
Oh. Let's see. So I can't slice this guy. Can I slice this guy? Because Dave's using an axe on this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't like split. It's more just sticky.
So, Dace or Mrs. Q, do either of you have any light?
No, I don't think so.
I have a torch. Yeah.
You're holding a torch? Okay, so yeah, you would have seen Dace go ahead and strike at that with the hand axe, and you saw that it didn't seem to split.
Okay. In that case, since I can't get distance, I'm just gonna go ahead and attack this guy.
All right, go for it.
Oh, jeez. That's an 8.
That's an 8, it hits.
It's 2 8s you've rolled.
Yeah.
You're lucky their armor class is nothing.
And that's 8 damage.
Wow. All right, you go and slice through being surrounded by these slimes. They're really pretty up close. They kind of got like a little sparkle on the inside. You go ahead and slice through. You do cleave out a little bit, not as much as you thought you would. And I need you to make a strength saving throw as you try and rip your greatsword back out. Longsword, whatever.
Terrible rolls. A 7.
you are unable to rip your weapon out of this adorable little blue slime as it just kind of almost oozes around the blade and holds it in place.
Okay. I'm also going to use my bonus action to use second wind and regain some health.
Nice. Perfect. All right, Apoc, you are up.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep moving onto the island. So 1, 2, 3.
Before you do anything else,
Yeah.
make a perception check for me.
Okay. Let's zoom over there. That's a 14.
14. Okay, you're good.
Okay, that always scares me. All right, I can still see the slimes on top of the thing.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
see them.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out my bow and I'm gonna shoot at the other green one.
You're gonna shoot at the green one, not the blue one.
The green one.
Okay.
Yeah. That's only a 11.
That's an 11. It does hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage.
4 points of piercing damage.
4 points of piercing damage.
Yeah. The
Oof.
green boy.
You take off. You shoot your arrow so that it kind of takes off a chunk of slime and tosses it aside. It's hurt.
Okay.
Don't look at my numbers.
I'm not.
Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
All right. It's looking hurt. It's looking hurt. Sir Basil, you just miss as this chunk of slime kind of lands beside you, kind of singes a couple of the hairs on your shoulder. Mrs. Q, you are up.
What beast subtype is the slime?
It is an ooze. It is an ooze, an unaligned ooze.
Okay.
One word.
Ooze.
Ooze.
I was thinking of trying to, like, I didn't know if they came under one of these categories.
That's actually an ability you have?
Yep.
That's so cool.
In which case, feeling extra frustrated because I need my walking stick. I
Curl up in the ball.
no. I take out the rusty dagger that I got from the room that we were in the back, the last room. And before I use it, I stand there and I say, "Don't make me use this," to the slime. They just bobs. Okay. In which case I try to, I don't know what kind of damage this thing is because I don't have it in my
That's okay.
but my plan is to just like grab my walking stick and just like down the length of the walking stick to try and get it free.
Okay, interesting. I'm gonna say go ahead and make an attack, and we'll see if you can do enough damage for it to release your walking stick. So with a dagger, it's a d20 plus your proficiency plus either your strength or your dex.
Would I pick?
That would be your attack roll to hit. So roll your d20, and then you're going to add 2 for your proficiency and whatever your dex or strength modifier is, your choice.
Oh, okay. It's my choice. Okay.
One thing you do notice about the dagger is it's not frosty anymore. It was when you stabbed the book, but now it seems to have lost its frosty sheen.
Okay. That is 11.
Yep, that hits. So dagger damage is 1d4 plus dex. Plus dex? Yeah. Thank you, Eric.
No. 4.
4?
Yeah.
You go to slice this thing and you start carving away at it. You carve away a good chunk, but there's like one more kind of arm of this little blue ooze that's holding onto your walking stick and kind of like wiggling back and forth as you hack away at it.
Ugh.
Anything else on your turn, Mrs. Q?
No.
So angry.
You took her stick.
I did take her stick. Camembert, you are up.
I'm going to sneak up the side of this island and work my way over to just stab the slime that's fighting with Sir Basil.
Go for it.
Use my roaring blade. Is my dagger still frosty, or is it lost its frost? It's like I used the whetstone.
Which one were you sharpening?
My dagger. I sharpened my dagger.
Your dagger, not the one that Mrs. Q had. No, okay. Did you use your dagger at all in the last battle?
No.
So it's still frosty.
I sharpened it afterwards. Yeah, why not? Let's use it.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack against the yellowy one.
Since I was hidden, and it's engaged with Sir Basil, do I get advantage?
Yes. So hidden you get advantage for, but you get sneak attack if you hit.
So that's a 21 to hit.
Yes, absolutely.
And then that's a 7 damage, and then 6 if it moves.
Yeah, it's not moving anywhere. You slice through this thing and it just kind of like explodes and kind of sinks to the ground. But you are going to need to make a dex save as it kind of shoots this caustic acid all over the place.
23.
Okay, you're fine.
Yeah.
All right, and as it kind of just like sinks into a puddle of caustic yellow liquid in front of you and Sir Basil.
I'm gonna move over here with my bonus action dash to
Nice.
make some room so I'm not standing between my friend Apoc and his arrows.
Much
Right.
appreciated.
Perfect. Dace, you are up.
Okay. Can I activate rage?
Yes, you can absolutely activate
Okay.
rage.
I will activate rage. And okay, so I see that the stick is still protruding out of the squishy. So I'll take the stick and it's going to act like the handle of a war hammer. And if I'm strong enough, I'll pick up the squishy that's attached to the stick and just like baseball bat swing it against the wall or on the ground, whatever's closer.
I love this.
That's amazing. Make an attack.
Okay. Do I add anything to my attack roll if I'm in rage or?
Okay, how does rage work here? Rage. As a bonus action, you enter a rage. You gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws, +2 to your damage, and resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Okay, so if you +2 melee damage with strength weapons and checks and saving throws. So if you hit, you do an extra 2 damage on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so go ahead and make a. It's just a stick. It's just a stick. You're swinging a stick. Roll a d20. Add your proficiency and your strength modifier.
Oh no.
That was a crit fail.
Mrs.
Wait,
Q.
you know what? No. I'm going to use my inspiration.
The slave.
There you go.
That is a nat 20.
Oh.
What? What a good use of inspiration.
Yeah, that's 2 of them so far.
It's 2.
Yeah, no kidding. Jeez Louise.
Save the stick.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be as nice with inspiration from now on.
You can't punish us.
Don't even bother rolling damage. You scream out in this rage, grab a hold of Mrs. Q's walking stick, and just like fling this slime upwards so strong that it like suction cups off of the stick and comically splats into the wall above you, and then just like starts to just ooze down as that guy is no longer an issue. And you have Mrs. Q's intact walking stick in your hand.
Nice. As a bonus action then, I'll just end my rage. But I will turn to her and I'll be like, your stick.
Oh, so you want to just stop your rage there?
Yeah.
Because it goes for a minute, like 10 rounds if you don't want it to stop.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well, if I'm in a fit of rage, I guess I'll just toss her the stick then. Just be like, oh, do it yourself next time.
Jeez.
I'm in rage.
Sounds good.
I take my stick and I just reach up and like, because one of his feathers got in a little floof, so I just I can say thank you, my dear.
That's really cute.
Because I don't care, because I'm old and I don't
I
care.
love that.
That's adorable. I love that too. All right.
But I'll end my turn.
Okay. So Mrs. Q, you have your walking stick back. It's now the slime's turn. The slime that is in front of Sir Basil and of Cam is just going to lash out for the first person that it sees, since you're both right there. And it will be, it's going to aim for Sir Basil.
Okay.
As it just swings out wildly. Ooh, that's going to be a 22 to hit.
Oof.
Oh, boo. It's only a D4. And you are going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as it just kind of whips out and smacks you across the face, this little blue slime. And as it does, there's like this sticky substance that kind of got into your fur. All right. Sir Basil, you are up.
Okay. So there's two ideas I have, but I don't know if I can necessarily do them. So the first idea is possibly, because right now it's like the little squishy with my sword sticking out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So can I like jump on my sword like a pogo stick and kind of like pierce it further in?
You should.
Or can I like try and like lift my sword with this thing on it and then use that as my help action so that like someone else gets an advantage to attack it?
Ooh, I'll allow either. What do you want to try?
Would you do both if one is an action and one is a help? Did you get additional help? Is it like a
Well, it depends. So
it's both are going to require a roll on your part, whether you're trying to use your action to kind of, I would say, grapple this thing almost and lift it up and hold it up for, I don't know, Apoc to shoot at, or it'll be an attack to try and jump on your sword. Either way, you will be using your action for this.
okay. What should I do?
Apoc, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna try lifting this thing up.
All right, go ahead and make a strength check to try and lift this thing up,
So that's just a D20 plus my strength.
plus your strength modifier.
That's a 12.
That's exactly what you needed in order to do
Oh.
this. You use your action, tiny Sir Basil muscles flexing to lift your great sword, long sword, whatever it is, with the slime in the air high above your head, which maybe like brushes the top of Cam's head, who's standing above you. I'll let you kind of just help whoever you want when the time comes, if that's the way you want to go.
Well, I'll call out like, I imagine it like, you know that scene, like the poster, like for Tron, he's like holding the
Yes.
disc, like bright light. I imagine it like that, but it's the sword. Or maybe it's like Luke Skywalker was like,
But with the slime on the end.
Yeah, and I'm just like, Apoc!
All right, and on that note, Apoc, you're up.
Like Apoc has done growing up so many times shooting apples out of the orchards. He's going to pull out his bow once more and fire into the slime that's in the air.
With advantage.
Oh yeah, that's a 24 to hit.
Absolutely.
Boom.
For 4 points of damage because I rolled 2s.
Oh boy. It looks super epic.
Yeah.
But in the end, you just kind of leave this like little scratch on the top of this little blue thing.
Yeah.
Not as much damage as you thought, but it looks super cool.
Yeah.
Anything else on your turn, Apoc?
Well, I'm gonna get a little bit closer. I can get up here.
All right. Mrs. Q, you are up. Cam, you're on deck. Mrs. Q, before you start, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Oh dear. 5.
Cool. Looks good to you.
Cool.
I know what's going on.
Is it like that, Miss Q? Or is it Mrs.
What?
MRS. I think that's how I had it, right?
What?
Oh, my name. He's asked. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm widowed, I think.
Okay.
That's morbid. Okay, what can I do?
Interesting backstory being revealed.
I am, what is 25 feet is my,
So 1,
Distance.
2, 3, 4, 5. Make it about here.
yeah, so I can't make it the whole way. But
Do you want to? So about there?
yeah, let's go there. I think all I'm going to be able to do is move. I can't really do much else from this range. Except, nope, not that either. Yeah, that's it.
All right. So just went for a move.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Mrs. Q heads towards the island. Camembert, you are up.
I stab it.
Okay. Go ahead and stab it. Not with advantage this time, but it still gets sneak attack if you hit.
Oh, that'll be a 24.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
Yeah.
Nice rolls.
and then I'll use my thing again. That's 5 piercing damage.
Nice.
And then
You carve off a chunk of this slime. It's looking really bad, but it's still kind of hanging
it's
on.
still going.
And is starting to kind of like regroup itself on the very tip of Sir Basil's sword. Anything else on your turn, Camembert?
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Good
And I'm
choice.
gonna walk up here and just try and take a look around to see where everybody else is, just to get
Alright.
a scope of where the group is.
First and foremost, I need you to make a strength check to see if you can get your dagger back after hitting this thing.
Let's see, 12.
Oh, wait, this is the dagger that you with the frosty bit,
one.
right?
Yeah.
Roll another d4.
Whoa. 3 damage.
It's hanging on by 8 hit points.
My
And
gosh.
then 12 strength to pull the dagger out.
All right, you get your dagger back and it is hanging on by a hit point, but you see where Camembert hit this slime, this little bit of almost like bit of slime turned to ice as the frosty bit from the dagger seemed to have done a little bit of extra damage. I'm so sorry, that's my bad, I didn't tell you before.
No worries.
Dace, you are up.
How far away is this slime? I kind of want to like javelin it.
From where you are?
Yeah. Or is that
Got a
like
couple
just
friends in the way?
okay? So you'd be rolling at a disadvantage.
Yes, you would, but don't let that
Okay.
stop you. I would say,
It's like 40 feet.
40 feet.
yeah, 40, 45 feet, which is in range for a javelin, I think.
Yeah, it's 20 and then up to 60 feet with disadvantage.
Mhm.
Okay, so I would still be rolling at a disadvantage, or
Yeah,
Yes.
regardless.
Yeah.
It'd be
Do
pretty
it.
cool.
Do it.
What would Dace do? Would you do it?
well, I was thinking of climbing up the wall with my talons and then gliding over like Batman. But the javelin idea just popped up in my head. Oh, it's 120 feet. I can throw it. What? Okay.
So it's 30 feet without
30 feet.
disadvantage and 120 with disadvantage. Those are your near and far.
Oh,
range.
okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Let's go with it. Let's go with the javelin.
All right, at disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Okay. An 8.
An 8. Roll damage. Actually, you don't even have to roll damage.
This is one.
Okay. So what I do, well, you've seen the javelin throwing in the Olympics. That's just literally what I do.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'll take a. Wait, can you see this? I'll take a running. Oh, my bad. 1 second.
I think we see it when you put it down.
Yeah, we don't see it in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll take a running start right here, and I'll run, and then this is where like the line is, and I'll throw the javelin.
That's amazing. So Basil, as your arms are starting to give out, you feel the weight of the slime just get completely taken off as Dace kind of skewers this thing and flies it into the other side of the island.
I love this just a random weapon from nowhere shows
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
and finishes this thing off.
Dace, go ahead and make a perception check.
15.
Ow.
Okay.
Something kind of burned your shoulder.
I thought that was you.
Oh, that's. Oh, I was like.
Jeez.
Oh, okay.
Oh, are you okay?
I'm in character.
I don't know. You hurt yourself doing less.
Yeah, something kind of burned your shoulder. I don't know, a little bit of a tss on your armor kind of burned.
But like,
through.
is it a tickle, like an
No.
itch type thing?
No, it kind of feels like how it felt when you ran into that caustic pool of yellow. You don't notice anything, but
Okay.
that hurt.
That hurt. Okay. Just shrug it off. I'm still in rage. Oh, I guess I'll end my rage. That's a bonus action.
Okay.
But I'll shrug it off. I'll be like, I should have warmed up.
Yeah, you really should have warmed up as you feel something kind of come and smack the back of your head as you see one more slime that had slowly made its way from where you started tracking it at the beginning before losing track of it during the fight. And it's going to lash out towards you. For a 15 to hit.
It hits.
You should have kept your rage.
You are going to take 7 points of acid damage.
Ooh.
Wow.
As it kind of like singes the feathers on the side of your face. And you see it kind of hanging there on the stalactites right behind you that you were too obsessed with the javelin to notice at the time.
Damn.
All right.
Do I get sent flying back, or am I?
Nope. You're now just in melee with this slime that has slowly been creeping up on you this whole time and kind of made its way down to the stalactites behind you. Kind of realizing that you are now all alone on this side of the water. Sir Basil, you are up.
Okay. I'm going to kind of move to the side here. And the way I picture the scene is Sir Basil like sticks his sword in the ground. So just imagine this is a sword. Right? And he's gonna get his longbow and he's gonna like kind of put it against the sword and with both hands pull it back like this, almost like a catapult. He's gonna shoot his longbow at this thing.
That is such an overdramatic way to shoot a longbow, but I love
Yeah.
it. Go for it.
Does it like a longbow?
Why? I need to play into how is a 2-foot mouse using a longsword and a longbow. So
Okay.
there you go. That's how he shoots it.
Go ahead, make an attack roll.
Okay.
And yeah, it's absolutely within your range, so you're good.
Oh, that is a
Wah, wah.
crit fail.
No.
All right, I need you to roll me a d6, and we'll see if. Oh no, go ahead and roll.
Jeez, these rolls.
That's a crit fail, right? Dace is right there.
Yeah.
Roll one more d20 and add your attack. Let's see if you accidentally hit Dace.
And add my attack. What do you mean by add my attack?
Your attack with your longbow.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
You missed the slime, but do you hit Dace?
That's a 10.
Does a 10 hit your AC, Dace? Your arrow skitters off the stalactites, but man, that was kind of close to your friend.
Okay.
Apoc.
Fail.
Mrs. Q, you're on deck.
I go stand next to Sir Basil. You know, if you get a little bit more leverage behind it, it works a little bit better. And I just take a shot.
Go for it.
I love it.
Just as bad.
Jeez, you guys.
It's an 8.
It's an 8?
It's a 2 plus 6.
Full
Oh my
damage, you hit.
Wow.
And 9 points of damage as it
Yikes.
pierces right into that last green slime.
Dace, it looks like you have some help. What kind of damage is that?
Piercing.
All right. Looks like you had some help as an arrow comes from your friends on the island, one almost hitting you, but one hitting dead center into this slime. Anything else on your turn?
I just want to high five Sir Basil.
You high five your Basil. Mrs. Q, you are up. As you make your way to the island, you see them now firing arrows back from where you came.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God.
Yep, I'm gonna turn around. And I'm gonna walk back to as close to Dace as my
I think you can make it like
speed
all
will.
the way
I
there.
think so. I think I can.
So you are at half movement because it is difficult terrain in the water. It would take your action to get there.
It would take my action to get there.
Oh, she moved
Yeah.
out there last turn, so I think that just got missed.
Oh, I thought she took her action to get there too. Okay.
Yeah, she
You
didn't
can
use
either
her
make
action.
it.
Oh, she did use her action?
Or she didn't use her action. She had enough
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that, but
Yeah.
How far away am I from him? From the slime that's attacking him? Too far. I'm too far to
you're
do
like
it.
15 feet away.
Ugh,
Any spell?
no. I have nothing. I have nothing useful.
You can throw Dace a cookie. Or like a berry. I don't know.
I wouldn't mind a cookie.
Okay, so seeing as I can actually not do anything, I just, while I'm like walking over, like trying to make it back, I'm like, you just waited till I get over there. And that's it. That's all I can do.
That's so cute and I love it. All right, Mrs. Q is on her way back. Camembert, you are up after hearing that very scary sentence from Mrs. Q. What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna run, dive into the water, bonus action dash, and then roaring blade stab it.
Oh my god, you're kidding.
Go for it. Amazing.
All right. That's a 18 to hit,
Yeah, absolutely.
and that'll be 7 points of piercing, and then it's wreathed in roaring energy. So if it moves, it takes
Nice.
another 7.
Is this with your magic dagger?
It is.
Another D4 of cold.
Ooh, 4.
Okay, so that's 13 total.
Yes.
How do you want to do this, Camembert?
as I I run, dive in, swim past Mrs. Quillam. I pop up in front of her. Don't worry, I got this. Put the dagger in, and by the way, do you have any of those cookies? I'm getting kind of hungry. And pull out the dagger as the thing drops in front of me.
All right. Dace and Camembert make a dex save as this thing explodes into caustic slime.
16.
You're good.
11.
Dace, you take 4 points of acid damage. Nothing you haven't felt before. After running into a pool of it at the very beginning.
is a scratch.
I feel so bad. You swam like 10 feet.
Yeah, and she has to go all the way back.
Oh my gosh. All right, we are out of combat though. You have beaten the slimes in this cave. What would you guys like to do?
Well, I'm gonna work my way back on my back, swimming to the island to meet up with everybody.
From the island, do we get a better vantage point of this place, or like do we see anything on the island?
Yeah, so on the island with your torches that you're holding up and some of the light from the bioluminescent moss, you do see that kind of sort of scattered almost in patches where there's some rocky bits. You can see a bit more of that moss. And you can now see what looks to be the continuation of the tunnel right in this area on the other side of the water.
Can I pull out some of the moss? Like if I grab it, does it still glow like even after being pulled up?
Yeah, you go to reach for it, doesn't hurt you or anything.
Okay. Can I collect like a pouch full?
Absolutely.
The slimes. Is there anything like they're just puddles of slime? You know what? I'm gonna try and collect some. If
Which
I can.
one?
The green slime.
Go for it.
But since I don't have any bottles, I'm gonna use the muddy brown potion. I'm gonna drink it and use the empty bottle to scoop it out.
Okay, so that's your potion of.
I don't know. It just says muddy brown potion. No idea what it is, so I figured might as well down it and get the bottle. Legend of Zelda style.
Nice. You absolutely can. I'm not going to make you roll for it. You collect, being careful not to burn yourself because you know it kind of stings, but you are able to collect a vial full of caustic slime. And as you're doing so, you kind of feel like, oh, this thing was like a living thing. Don't know if it's the effect of the potion that's now making you feel bad for this little creature, but it was kind of cute.
That sucks.
And let's actually take a break before I forget because it's 8:30 and I always forget to watch the time.
It's all good.
5 minutes. Be back.
Go grab your cookies.
Go grab your cookies.
Oh.
Stand up.
students are really struggling this semester. It makes me really sad.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, they're just having a really hard time coping. So I'm having to be as nice as possible and as understanding as possible. But I have some like, I still think there's going to be people who fail. So
Really? Oh,
Is this a fourth year course?
yeah,
Wow.
That's tough.
elective too. So you kind of think
Mhm.
if they're choosing to take it, that they are like going to put the effort in. But I mean, I don't want to assume that it's because they don't want to put the effort in. It might just be they can't cope.
Are you done looking up Georgina?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
We'll keep
stop
an eye.
Googling it
Yeah,
then.
Georgina, you
keep an
have your
eye.
own website.
There you go. All right, I'm good.
What is this OnlyFans?
Is it Corsical?
What about
Corsical?
There's only-
what about Georgina's OnlyFans?
Why is this the second time we're talking about OnlyFans today?
What?
You had a first time, Michelle?
Yeah. There's
Yeah, during climbing.
about an hour and a half ago, we were talking about our friends' OnlyFans. account. Anywho,
Not actually.
Yeah.
Don't look it up, Georgina.
Don't look it up.
Content.
Okay.
We're trying to actually look up, I have to explain
well,
that.
it's not porn anymore.
No, they brought it back, Eric.
They brought it back.
Yeah, they went back on it.
Yeah,
They realized they couldn't make it.
legit.
All right. Back on track.
Cover up, and don't mind me.
Yeah.
Put my serious glasses on.
Yes, you put your serious glasses on. All right. So you have defeated the slimes. Little pools of slime kind of all around wherever they have been slain. One of them has been splattered up against the wall from Dace throwing it off of Mrs. Q's walking stick. You can kind of see the entrance or the continuation of the tunnel on the far side of this cavern. And Camembert, you were able to collect one vial of caustic slime.
Yeah, baby.
What would you guys like to do?
How long is a short rest?
About an hour.
An hour.
How's everybody doing?
Huh?
How's everybody doing? Need a break?
I think do clerics get their spells reset after a short rest or a long rest?
Long rest.
Okay. In which case it makes no difference to me.
Well, if you need to take a long rest and sleep on this island, it might be a good idea. Unless, like, we came in at night, right? And we were trying to get in and out before the evening. So,
You did come into the caves early morning, although it was like super misty and kind of eerie. You think it was pretty early morning, but you have been going for about hour and a half, 2 hours now. So it might be kind of mid-morning, 10 o'clock-ish.
That's not too bad. I mean, I'm doing all right. It's up to you guys. I feel great.
I
Got me a
could
nice morning swim.
I could use a short rest.
I could use a cookie and a couple berries.
I wouldn't say no to a break.
Okay.
All right, so you're able to take your short rest,
Cool.
I'm assuming.
Short. Okay.
Okay, you're able to take your short rest on the island. Is there anything anyone wanted to do during their short rest, or just skip ahead an hour?
Mostly because I just want to try it. If I do something before the short rest, that gets reset with a short rest, I will be able to do it again after the short rest.
Yep.
Okay, so when everyone has decided that they want to take a short rest, hang on a second.
I
Let
just
me.
want to keep an eye out during this.
I'll let you know.
You see me, you see Miss Quillam like sort of finally make her way to the island after 3 attempts to get there. And she gets into the middle and she just sort of like sits in the middle of the island and just sort of like holds her necklace pendant and just sort of whispers. And she sits there for like 10 minutes just doing this. And everyone's sort of doing their own thing. And then they look back and in the middle of the island, Miss Quillam has got like, how many? Wisdom modifier?
2.
Okay. You see 3 delicious hot steaming dishes of food.
Ooh.
One is there's a big bowl of miso soup. And then there is a big bowl of pad thai and another big bowl of what else is yummy? I don't know.
Vermicelli.
The Asian.
Some spring rolls.
Nice.
And it's just big plates of it. And they whoever decides to eat some of my food will be able to heal equal to 2d4 plus my cleric level.
Ooh.
Do you want to roll that?
I do. I borrow d4, please. I also, is cleric level just like regular level?
So 2, your cleric level 2.
Okay, so everyone heals 5 plus 2, which is 7.
Nice.
Nice.
And yeah, so everyone's just hanging out, eating some yummy Asian food because this evening's menu is Asian.
I love that. That's adorable.
Yep.
Amazing.
And whatever's left over, I pack into my backpack because it's good for 8 hours and it won't spoil because it's
Holy smokes, that's
Nice.
awesome.
so leftovers. And that's it. Then we can rest.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great. While we're eating, I just want to use my time to keep an eye out for slimes.
Okay, yeah, you keep an eye out for slimes.
Specifically, the one that we were told is a shifting slime, whatever that means.
Mhm.
I'm just looking around for anything that's shifting.
Okay, you're keeping an eye out. You don't see anything as you're kind of like patrolling around the island and look into the slimes that you've already dispatched. You do notice that seems there's some like sparkly trinkets that they had inside of their
Ooh,
blobs,
Cool.
cells.
okay.
And you can collect like a magnifying glass from one of them as you're kind of walking around and keeping an eye out for the other slimes. But you don't see anything come up.
Okay. Found a magnifying glass. Cool.
Awesome.
Make something out of that later.
All right, but you are all able to take a short rest and feast on Mrs. Q's yummy food, which actually sounded really good, and now I want some. All right. So make sure you hit your short rest button, but what would you like to do next?
Should we continue down the path? So around this area?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. Lead the way.
All right. So yes, can I get a marching order, please, as you start to move slowly through the water, but then a little bit faster as the water starts to get more shallow and turns back to the rock of the cavern.
I feel like we should continue with our Basil torch going on.
Cool.
I'll go behind them.
Sure. Forward.
Yeah, I'll take the rear.
Same order.
All right, so
I think it's a solid marching order.
It is.
all right. All right, keeping an eye out, walking along. You start back on the stone of this cavern. It is getting a little bit darker. You only see pockets of these bioluminescent mushrooms and the bioluminescent moss as you go. And you notice that the floor is starting to get a little bit steeper at the farther down the caverns you go. And you continue on for another like half hour before you come to what looks to be this junction. Wait a second.
Guys, it's a junction. Have we fought these before?
I don't know.
Junction, what's your function?
Jeez.
Are there in the junction? Oh, sorry, you were going to explain the junction. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Is there a smell?
That's good, but I wasn't gonna.
musty, musty water that smells kind of icky, like it's been sitting out for too long.
Really? Because all I smell is pad thai.
Ooh.
Are you walking yet? You're walking behind Mrs. Q. All right, you're very fortunate that you don't have to deal with the musty smell that everybody else seems to have to deal with as you continue down and enter this kind of tight where you can only kind of stand next to each other shoulder to shoulder, but it looks like the path splits into 3 different paths forward. One kind of down the middle, one that kind of curves off to the left, and one that kind of goes in a diagonal straight from this junction off to the right.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, I have that right.
Cool.
You notice that these kind of parts of the cavern are a little bit older. The struts that had been, rivets, things that had been set and put in by previous researchers to kind of support the natural formations of these caves look damp, like they've been down here for a while and are in a bit of disrepair. And you can sort of see that in one of the tunnels, the middle one, kind of just around the opening, it looks like part of it has fallen away to the point where a bunch of boulders are kind of held back very precariously by a few final standing bits of timber. But you do have 3 ways that you can potentially choose to go.
I'm not sure. Well, I'm third. I sort of scooch my way up to the front of the line. Thanks.
I mean, the pictures are.
Oh yeah, but that's fine. And I look at the 3 options. And the one to my left, furthest to the left, I take a few steps down that one, and I look up into these broken bits of wood that you said were dotted around, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking specifically for any kind of bugs, little spiders or
Bugs.
insects.
See what you're trying to do.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. I don't know what you're trying to do.
It's gonna be pretty cool. It works.
Oh, that was a critical fail.
Yeah,
So
inspiration.
I have no inspiration, so my idea is not going to happen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Group.
You go to look up and some musty water kind of gets in your eye and it's like really gross for a second, and all you can smell is this awful musty water. You kind of just like hobble your way back, rubbing it out of your eye.
It's such a shame. Yeah. Okay. Oh well.
Between the 3 paths, do we notice any markings of like someone has clearly gone this way, or like does one path smell like there's like fresh air coming from there, or anything like that?
You know from the fact that you've been slowly starting to descend down here as you've gone that you're actually quite deep in the earth. And there's nothing that you can smell that smells fresh. Everything just sort of has this musty water smell to it with a little hint of whatever pad thai Mrs. Q has left in her bag. And what was the first part of your question?
Do we see any markings, whether on the ground or the walls, that someone has like walked through here?
You see no footsteps for one reason or another. You
Okay.
can kind of see maybe they're drag marks, maybe they're like slime trails. It's kind of hard to tell in kind of the pattern of the rock or the dust or rubble of the rock that's around you on the ground. But there are no more signposts. The only kind of indication that you have that someone has been here before is the rotting timber struts that are holding those boulders back. But otherwise, it looks like no one's really been here for quite some time.
Okay.
Should we split up? Cam and I'll take this one. You guys go down another one?
No way. Definitely not the two of you together.
Why not, Mrs. Q? We go on adventures all the time.
And how often do you get in trouble on those adventures? You just want something to write on your ball log. That is not a good enough reason.
I mean, whether you're with us or not, I'll write stuff on my board logs. You got a better idea?
We pick one and we stick together, or we split up, but just not the two of you together.
Why does that matter?
Because it does. You need someone responsible.
Can you try going to because you
Can
did
I do that?
the left. You went to the most left one to do a perception check. Could you do it? Go to another
Am
one.
I allowed to do that? Could I go to another tunnel and try perception again?
Yeah, if you tell me what you're looking for.
Same thing. I go to the rightmost tunnel and try and look for some kind of, let me be specific here.
Critter, bug, or something.
Where is it? Spiders, worms, or other creepy crawlies.
Regardless
or
of their
insects.
size.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Good roll.
19.
All right. Critters, bugs, or other creepy crawlies. I don't know. Would you find them in a cave? You kind of try and hone in, kind of pull your ears down a little bit to really know you're trying to listen. You put your hands behind your ears to really kind of dial into what's around you. You hear the water dripping. You don't really hear any creepy crawlies. You definitely don't see any worms. You know that where you are is solid rock all around you, since you were kind of following the caverns beneath that mound of rock in the middle of the Mockfield swamp. And now that it kind of dawns on you, you don't remember seeing bats. You don't really remember seeing any type of fish in the water that you crossed. If there are any spiders here, they might not be this deep in the caverns. But one thing you do hear now that you're trying to keep an eye out is the slow creaking of those rotting timbers, where it almost seems as you were having your conversation that you might be disturbing something that hasn't been disturbed in a really long time.
Okay. Well, I walk back to the rest of the group and I say, there is a startlingly small or negligible amount of life down here. Rather disconcerting. I don't know which way to go.
What do we think?
I just yell, Leroy Jenkins. No, I'm just joking.
As you yell that out.
I was joking.
Too late. There's no joking.
Too late. Too late.
Okay. All right.
As you yell that out, and just you hear your voice echoing down each of these 3 tunnels, you hear some of the rubble that was being precariously held up by this rotting board start to shift as the board gives way and rubble begins to fall from that middlemost cavern down towards you in this very tight entrance. And I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
All right, did anybody roll below a 13 dex save? All right. Oh, it's not bad.
Not one.
Not one. Oh, buddy. Apoc, Sir Basil, and Mrs. Q, you're able to kind of sidestep as these boulders kind of start to fall, as it seems like Dace's voice has triggered a mini landslide in this very tight area. Dace and Camembert, you are struck by some of these falling boulders and take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. And Cam, you are knocked prone as you are hit by a bigger one within that one. You're not being crushed. There's nothing on you, but maybe your pride's a little bit hurt. This is like the third time you find yourself face down on the ground in these caves.
Dace, you gotta stop doing that.
Oh, it's Dace's fault.
Oh my god. Every time.
We go over, we help them back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. As the dust kind of settles, the ground that was previously clear is now kind of strewn about with boulders from this mini cave-in. And it looks like a few of the entrances, you may have to climb over some rocks now in order to get in them, but all 3 tunnels are still accessible to you.
Can we stay away from the rotted wood? I don't, after seeing this, I don't trust that.
Sounds good.
So it's either the left or right.
The right one, when I was down there, it seemed as if the wood might be shifting just from me speaking down there. So maybe the leftmost one is the best option.
Let's go left.
Mrs. Q, you do gather that it was the wood that Dace's yelling just snapped. That was creaking with the sound of your voices in this very old, very rotted tunnel.
Oh, so it was the middle one that was creaking.
Kind of. It's kind of all one structure where the weakest point seemed to be between like the left and the middle tunnels. And when Dace shouted, that point broke and the cave-in kind of happened all around the tops of the 3 tunnels. That was like the straw that broke the camel's back almost.
Okay.
But all 3 tunnels are still accessible to you. Just a little bit difficult. You might have to climb over in order to get through them.
Oh, I see.
Not as easy of a walk as before.
Okay.
Or we go to the left.
That's still the best option?
Let's go left.
Yeah.
All right.
The outside.
To the left, to the left. All right, you head down the leftmost tunnel, holding your torches high. This one's a little bit tight. You only have enough room to kind of walk one by one as you go through, and even then, the farther down you go, the rock starts to kind of brush your shoulders. But it is quite tall as you go. It seems like you might be able to stand on top of one another. And you walk for like 10 minutes down the tunnel, and then it stops. You kind of reach out in front of you, and seems like you kind of hit a dead end tunnel.
There's nothing above us.
Doesn't look
Can
like
I
anything above
can I
you.
investigate to see if there's like smaller holes or anything at the end of this tunnel? What's like, it's just rock, or if there's anything else?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
20, dirty 20.
Nice.
You go to look Camembert and just start feeling around using what light you guys have. You'll notice that there's no bioluminescent vegetation down here. But what you do see kind of like in the bottom corner, just sort of almost hidden out of view, but you being Camembert see it. You see a little pocket of that blue sticky slime. And inside of it, you're able to kind of pull out 15 silver pieces from this puzzle that have not been digested. But as you feel it's solid stone, looks like this part of the cavern maybe hasn't been dug out yet, or they gave up on it. But it does not look passable from where you are.
Okay. Is that slime collectible at all?
It's kind of just like a handful left, and you notice that it's almost losing its sticky property.
Okay, cool.
Sir Basil calls out, "Dead end. We need to head back."
Watch your voice.
Oh, yeah.
So I agree.
Sorry.
What? Why are you guys talking so quietly?
No, I'm kidding.
Alright, we head back.
All right, you head back to that landing strewn with debris with the 3 tunnels in front of you.
Go down the center.
Might as well.
Okay.
Down the center?
Mhm.
All right, you start heading down the center. You notice that this one, kind of like the last one you went through, is a little bit tight. It's still kind of held together with these big wooden beams to kind of prevent any cave-ins. And although the wood looks old, it doesn't look as rickety as the one that collapsed in on you when Dace yelled. As you continue your way down, though, and you do start to notice that the wood gets a little bit worse and worse and worse for wear, you can start to see almost what looks like that bioluminescent material lighting up ahead, maybe another like 50 feet or so, starting as you move down towards this tunnel. You notice that it also gets very, very steep here, where you're starting to almost slip and lose your footing, as you continue walking down. And sort of like the last cavern that you were in, you come to a point where you can kind of just tell that the room will begin to expand in another few steps. The darkness just seems opaque from here.
Okay.
As you start to kind of approach even a little bit farther, you start to see on the ground, not just kind of on top of the ground, sorry, not just up from the ground, you do start to see lower levels the farther down you go. And the closer to this potentially bigger room, more of that sparkling pools of blue.
Interesting.
I would like everyone to make a perception check, please.
Yeah, could I, as the wizard once said, risk a little bit more light to see what we can see. And I rolled a 3.
You look right at the light and it hurts your eyes and go.
I rolled a 5.
15.
6.
18.
What did you roll, Basil?
15.
15. Okay. The rest of you follow. The rest of you follow Camembert looking directly at your torches, unfortunately, and get blinded for a half second. But Basil and Apoc, as you're kind of slowing your pace and looking ahead, it does look like there are pools of the blue sticky slime the closer you get to the entrance to or exit from this tunnel. It's hard to tell. And you do hear sort of this panting almost mixed with a moan.
Whoa.
And just more panting. And it seems to be coming from the room in front of you.
Can I make an insight? Is it a good moan or a bad moan?
Oh, Jesus.
Sure, go ahead, make an insight check.
It's a 1.
You are so blinded from the torchlight that you accidentally trip and fall and sprawl out for 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Hey, I'll take it.
That's what you get.
Keena! Keith, is that you?
Hello.
Are you okay? Guys, we gotta. I see the puddle of blue slime.
You can just vaguely see it. I don't know if you guys stopped, but from this point on, you're like 30 feet away and you can just see the shimmer with whatever it is that's behind it. Your lights are not that bright to see.
Can we like walk up right to the edge?
You walk up right to the edge of the slime and kind of shine your light in a little bit more.
Sir Basil, I'm with you. This is the blue stuff. It's not going to hurt us. Let's go. Everybody else, she's there. I don't think she can wait.
Remembering back to his sword being stuck, he looks at Apoc and says, "You might have some difficulty getting past. If I remember correctly, this was our squishy, sticky friend." And I kind of like points down at the liquid.
Sometimes you got to take a leap of faith.
Can we see beyond the blue slime on the ground?
If you kind of stay at the very edge of the slime pool and start holding your torch out, trying to see, what you do kind of see from that vantage point is a like pillar of rock right in the middle that almost touches the ceiling. From your vantage point, you can't even really see the ceiling. It's at least 30 feet up, really difficult to tell, and you don't see the top of it. You can kind of see some rubble strewn around the ground, but from where you are, that's all you can see.
And that's all surrounded by this blue slime.
So the slime is, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, come on. How do I? Okay. We'll figure that out. What was your question? That's all you can see?
So it's like you just described that we see that there's like this pillar and rocks around it, but then is it then that the blue slime is all around that?
The blue slime is just turned the screen. The blue slime is right in front of the entrance, so right where your toes are. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to get into this bigger room without crossing through this blue slime. Around the pillar, from what you can see, it doesn't look like there is any blue slime there, but then the rest of the room goes into darkness. So it looks like there's a spot that you can walk.
How wide is this blue slime in front of us? Like, could we jump it?
It's like 5 feet. You could give it a try to jump.
Can I? Oh, sorry. Go.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, could I try to like furiously like flap my wings together to create an air current to blow away the slime?
You can give it a try to try and blow this slime away, but you know from your experience with slimes that it's not like water. It's not going to be pushed aside. It's like Jell-O.
You never know.
You held Jell-O in front of a ceiling fan to see if it would move.
Yeah, it's like 5 feet, guys. Let's just go. We got to get the torches in there.
I jump it.
Yeah, I'm with them.
All right, you go ahead and jump it. What is it for jump? It's your strength? Your strength score?
It said as a Gerbine, my base long jump is 30 feet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
Yeah.
I assume I'll easily jump.
You clear it easy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's your strength score, not your modifier.
Score?
There's like differences between standing and jumping and running.
So like high versus long jumps.
Yeah, long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before. So you take a running jump and you're able to clear it. Yeah, so if you go ahead and take a running jump, Apoc, you are able to clear this thing. And anybody, as long as your strength score is greater than 5 and you take a running jump, you're good.
Are we talking about like the overall level or is it the +3?
So the big number, not the little.
Oh, okay.
Number. Yeah, not the plus or minus, it's your.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, so Dace, yours is
17.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, yours is 17? Jeez Louise.
The strong boy. He spent a whole session doing arm curls.
No kidding. All right, yeah, you're all able to kind of jump over this first slime and you get the torches in there. And as you start to bring it around and start to take a look, I can't cover this map, which is really annoying. I'll go ahead and share it anyway, since we're now.
I think you can just, if it's on Owlbear, you can just select map and it should switch.
I'll figure it out. I made this earlier today, so whatever is wrong with it is wrong with it.
All good.
So you are all now, Apoc, I'm just gonna move you.
So you have a fog tool if you hit F.
Yeah, that's what I'm using to draw these things,
Oh,
but as
okay.
you can tell, I'm not very
Gotcha.
good at it. So for everybody, you are right in here right now. But you're really only able to see, good Lord, something happened here. You're really only able to see the first half of the cavern.
Okay.
But you do hear the moans from who you assume to be Kina coming from just around the corner. And you do see another patch of blue just out of the corner of your eye on the right.
Are we all through? Yeah.
Yeah, as long as your strength is higher than 5, you're good.
I assume hearing the moaning, we kind of walk towards it. So we would come up along the right.
Yeah. Like we're carrying torches with us, right? So we
Yeah.
can see as we go.
You're carrying torches, and as you come around, you see Kina, this young Corvum female, like stuck to the wall, covered in blue slime, blue sticky slime. And her head's kind of lolling back and forth. And as you come around the corner with torches, she kind of tries to turn her head away and shield her eyes. And as she looks in your direction, she almost looks at you in fear, as you can see her jaw just sort of drop as she starts to kind of look your way, almost in disbelief that someone is here.
Sir Basil kind of walks up. He is saying, like, he says, "Do not be afraid, fair maiden. Are you Kina?"
She just kind of nods, but very quietly whispers, "It's here."
Walking up closer, I ask, what is here?"
And as you walk up closer, Sir Basil, you get whiplashed from the back of your helmet as you see a slime that you have not seen before hiding right around the corner of that pillar.
Okay.
And as long as everyone's okay, we can roll some initiative again.
What I'm talking about.
Let's do this.
We
Oops. Do.
Oh, nice.
So, Cam, Apoc, myself, and Miss Q, we can't really see that slime, right? Because there's a giant pillar in the middle.
Yes, that's correct. So as Basil came around the corner, he is out of view of, Mrs. Q, Dace. Cam and Apoc, you would see Sir Basil, and you would kind of see something whip out to smack him, but you don't really get a good look at the thing. All right, so initiatives, and then we'll get to the attack on Sir Basil. Camembert.
9.
Apoc.
18.
Nice. Sir Basil.
11.
Mrs. Q.
13.
Dace.
20.
All right, so first and foremost, Sir Basil, whatever this thing is, has a surprise round on you and is going to smack out with its pseudopod. And it's gonna miss.
Oh no.
Oh wait, but it had advantage. That is a natural 20, my friend.
Oof.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so you are going to take 10 points of acid damage. And you are grappled by this thing. So actually, Ham and Apoc, you see this thing reach out and just wrap around Sir Basil's waist and kind of hold him there.
Oh God.
And while you are grappled, you are also restrained in this way, Sir Basil. Hold on, bear with me. This is a big stat block.
Daisy's better be getting mad.
Yeah, I still got one more rage left.
Okay, okay, hold on a second. Okay, got it. Yes, you are considered grappled and restrained by this creature. It kind of has one sort of pseudopod tentacle wrapped around your waist. And from this vantage point, you can also see tucked around the corner, one more of those yellow slimes kind of hiding out in the back of this room, as well as one more that is on the wall kind of hovering over Kina.
Okay.
That was its surprise round. Dace, you are up first.
Okay. Do I acknowledge that Sir Basil's been hit, or do I just
So Basil,
continue on?
do you shout out?
Yeah, I guess I'll say, arm yourselves.
Yeah, you know that he's been hit.
There's
Okay.
a slime here. I don't know.
Okay. I guess with that, it kind of serves as like a precaution. So I kind of like just slowly creep, but I'll have my great axe ready.
Okay.
But I'm not really, well, I don't, you know what? It's not really a Dace thing to do. Yeah, you know, I'll just barge in with my great axe.
All right.
Is that like, would I reach him throughout my turn? I have 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, you would reach him with like another 15 feet to spare.
Okay, perfect. And he's grappled, right?
He is grappled and restrained, and you now see this slime. It's big, bigger than the ones you fought before. And as you're looking at it, instead of it just being one color, you kind of see it shifting from blue to yellow to green, back to blue to red.
To red.
No worries. So I just see that he's grappled, like arms, like kind of like slime arms, like out like this, or is it like a bear hug?
It's one tentacle that has wrapped itself around his waist like a snake.
Oh, okay.
And it's got like one arm pinned, and he's trying to wave with the other arm, but he is restrained. He's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Can I strike an area that's kind of like grappling him, so like it would release him?
And slice the tentacle.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little bit harder if you want to try and call your shot. But I'll let you do it. And if you're able to do enough damage, it'll let him go.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah, it'll be a +5 to its AC, I think is how called shots work. Let's go with that for now.
Yeah, okay, +5. Okay.
Big roll, big roll.
22.
Oof.
Hey.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's really good. You definitely hit. Go ahead and strike. Let's see if you can do enough damage in order to get him free.
7.
7?
Yep.
You go ahead and try to strike through this tentacle that's holding Sir Basil, and you take a hefty chunk out of this thing. Oh boy, there's a lot going on there. And you are able to slash through it.
Nice.
And as you do so, you see the end of the tentacle that is holding Sir Basil start to kind of form and grow its own slime as this thing has split. And you are now faced with 2 instead of just.
But is the second slime like the same proportion of slime that's lost, or is it 2 of like the same size?
I'm gonna read the stat block.
Not great.
Probably 2 the same size.
Yeah.
Okay, it is a little bit smaller, but
that's
not
good.
by much.
That's good. That's good.
Okay. Okay.
Oh boy.
All right. As a bonus action, and seeing that it grew another slime, I'll activate rage.
Okay, you know you can do that before you attack, right? Your bonus
True.
action can go before your action. You don't have to wait till the end of your turn to do it. For next time.
When it says that I am resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage,
Mhm.
does that mean like anything that it hits me with? Like, let's say a slashing damage, is that like 0?
It's half.
It's half.
Oh, it's
You're
half.
resistant, not yeah.
Oh, okay, got you.
But if Apoc accidentally hits you with an arrow, you are resistant to that damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll save my rage for next time then.
When you rage, Dennis,
Mhm.
it lasts for a minute. So it lasts for 10 rounds of combat. You don't have to save it if you don't want to. It will last almost the whole time.
As long as you hit someone or you get hit in a turn.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
thank you.
Okay then. Yeah, I'll just activate rage.
Yeah. Don't want to change your decision, but like it's not something you have to worry about turning on and off or saving or anything like that.
No worries. Does that okay, yeah. Because we usually don't last 10 rounds, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just so you know for the future, but
Mhm.
whatever you want to do.
Sounds good.
All right, so you're raging, you made an attack. You now notice that there are 2 slimes.
Mhm.
Which I don't know if I'm pulling another one.
Can you just copy and paste?
I don't know. I don't think you can.
The little one. There's a little guy there.
Oh, how did that guy get there? Oh, I've been pulling in things this whole time, but this map is very off. There you go.
There's 2 cams. I'm gonna get rid of that cam.
There you go.
None?
You got 2.
Perfect.
This one here on the left is the one that is currently holding Sir Basil. This one right here.
Okay.
All right.
I'm like,
Apoc, you are next.
All right. Can I see the one that's heading towards Kina?
This.
Like if I get out like over to here, I would move up to like get a better view around this corner.
Are you talking about the yellow one that's on the wall here?
Yeah.
Yes, you can see him.
All right. Do I notice like as it goes through this bluish slime, does it seem to be like I know it's acidic, does it seem to be chewing away at it?
At the blue slime?
Yeah.
Right now it's not, it's not in the blue slime. It's
Okay.
crawling down the walls between these 2 puddles. You haven't really seen 2 slimes interact with one another.
Yeah. Okay.
But it might.
Yeah, I'm just curious minds. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the one that's crawling towards Kina.
Okay.
As a bonus action.
It's hunter marked.
Yeah. And I'm going to I'm gonna keep pulling up my bow and I'm gonna shoot at it, trying to protect the Corvin that we're trying to save.
That would be a good thing. Go for
Yeah.
it. Make an attack.
That's a 14
Yes,
to
you hit.
hit. So I get an extra D6 on that. And that's going to be 10 points of damage total.
Ooh, that's silly.
Yeah.
Nice.
My boy.
Holy smokes. You shoot your arrow at this thing and you actually see the slime react, which you haven't really seen before, as
Nice.
it takes this kind of damage. And then you see the arrow that you embedded in its body sizzle as it gets fried by the caustic liquid.
Ooh.
Anything else on your turn?
Right. I guess like seeing the caustic liquid, did it dissolve any of the blue slime as it like exploded?
Oh, interesting. I didn't expect to have an answer so soon.
I'm just well, it's close. This is what I'm curious about. Like,
No, for sure. As it kind of like sprayed out, you
Mhm.
notice it, some of the yellow land on some of the blue. And even though it's a caustic material, since they're kind of made out of the same thing, it almost is like an oil and water situation.
interesting.
All right. Finishing Apoc's turn.
Yeah.
The slimes that are now grappling in near Sir Basil and Dace have a turn. The one grabbing Sir Basil is gonna try and swallow you. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
That's a 21.
You see the slime that is currently restraining Sir Basil. Actually, the only one who would see this is Kina and Dace. And maybe Apoc a little bit, but you see it just kind of move its way over Sir Basil and just consume him to the point where it's almost comical that you can see him floating in a thing of jello. But
like a stapler
it
in
is,
Jell-O?
it is not comfortable, Sir Basil. And what happens?
Oh boy.
You are considered still restrained. And we will see what happens on your turn.
Okay. Yikes.
Okay, yeah, we will see what happens on your turn. But you are considered swallowed and restrained at this point.
Okay.
The second slime that was caused from Dace chopping down is actually going to move a little bit closer to Dace and make its pseudopod attack towards you. And that is a 19 to hit.
Oh my god.
Does that hit you, Dace?
Yep.
You take 5 points of acid damage, and you are considered grappled and restrained by this thing.
Oh,
This is it. This is it.
All right, that's their go, Mrs. Q. Chaos
She's
just broke out in front of you.
She's so far in the back.
I'm so slow at moving.
You get 25, right?
Yeah,
So
but that
1,
doesn't
2,
get me
3,
within
4, 5.
range of
It gets
the.
you here.
You can get to Days.
Can I get within range of one of the slimes within 5 feet with 25 movement? I don't think so.
Yes, you can get within range of, if you're moving on a diagonal, you're moving past friends, so it's a little bit easier to move. You can get within 5 feet of this guy. I don't know why my thing is so small. You can get within 5 feet of this guy, the one right in front of the blue puddle.
Okay, in which case I get there
Or yes,
and I cast Word of Radiance, where the creature of my choice that is within range, and I choose the slime, must succeed on a con saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage.
Okay, on a con save. Ooh, that's a failure. And it has pretty good con.
Sweet.
All
That's
right.
56.
what is it that you said though?
Huh?
Well,
What?
you uttered a divine word. Is there anything you want to actually say?
No.
Okay.
I don't say any of my spells out loud. It's like I just whisper. That's 3 damage.
Okay.
Damage.
All right, that's 3 damage to, this is slime B. All right, so little Miss Quillam comes up and this radiant light kind of bursts. Oh, thanks, love. This radiant light kind of bursts from her, and the slime kind of just reacts and wiggles a little bit. And as it does, you notice that its color, where it was once shifting between colors, now holds at this kind of warm, sort of fiery orange color. And it's just sort of staying in this color pattern for now. Whereas the one that has swallowed Sir Basil is still shifting between blue and yellow and orange and red and green. Anything else on your turn, Mrs. Q?
Would it take an action to light a torch?
I think it would.
Okay.
You do have enough light to see around here, but it would take an action, I believe.
Okay, that's fine. In which case I will.
Sir Basil, you are on deck.
Okay, I think that's all I can do. So that's fine. I'm done.
Okay. All right. So that ends Mrs. Q's turn. Sir Basil, you are up. And I am going to need you to start by making a con save.
Okay.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
That is a unnatural 20.
Nice.
All right. You feel this slime starting to burn your skin and burn away at your fur, but you are a pretty badass little Drubian and have faced worse odds before, and you just shrug the damage off. What would you like to do? You are considered restrained, which means that your speed is 0. Your attack rolls have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dex saves.
Okay.
But you can still attempt to get yourself out of here if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd like to get myself out.
All
What do
right.
I do for that?
All right, so in order to try and get yourself out, you are going to need to give me a strength check, please.
That is a 21.
Yeah, you're trying to wiggle out, and you can't really move anywhere. But you somehow find enough purchase and enough movement to just peek your head out, and then one arm and the other, and you land prone right next to the slime where it has seemed you're able to get yourself spit out on the side here, covered in the now orange slime. Nope, not that one. Covered in the slime that's still continuously shifting colors back and forth and back and forth.
Okay.
But you're able to breathe and feel your fingers once more.
I picture it like an alien, kind of like whoosh, out the chest. Anyways.
All right. You have your bonus action, Sir Basil, and that's about it.
I'm going to use second wind to try and regain some health.
All right. Camembert, you're up. And Dace, you're on deck.
All right, not getting the help for the advantage. I will I will run in. I'm gonna rush in next to Dace, the one that's not orange, the one that Sir Basil just crawled out of. And I'm going to try and stab it with, I'm going to draw my rapier out and just try and pierce into it, try and get as much of the blade to cut into it as possible.
All right.
That's a 20. Nat 20.
Nice.
Nice.
So,
Alright.
and then with that move, like as in one fell movement, I'm going to disengage and step back behind Dace. And I'll roll the damage for that.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Roll the damage.
Dice 2. Those. That. Okay. Okay, so for the piercing damage, that's 4, 8 plus 3, 11.
Okay.
I realize I haven't been adding my dex to my damage. And then
Buddy.
and then if it moves, it's going to take some more damage.
All right. Yeah, this slime looks a little bit confused as to what just happened. It had a victim and now it's extremely hurt. But it's still kind of just sitting there waving back and forth as it's waiting for its next attack. All right.
That's it for me.
All right, it's now the smaller slime's turn, the yellow ones that you noticed kind of appearing in the back, Sir Basil, and now you can all see them. The one beside Kina is going to move to its nearest target, the nearest thing that it can feel tremoring, and is going to take one swing at Sir Basil.
Way to take one for the team.
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Maybe I should go back to this one. It wasn't rolling very well. I'm using my one with skulls. That is going to be 3 points of acid damage as it strikes towards you and you feel it burning your skin.
Okay.
The next slime, the only target that it can see is Sir Basil.
It's all good. It's all good.
And it's going to take another swing at you, the same kind of caustic yellow. Holy shit, that's another natural 20.
Oh my God.
Natural 20.
You need a cleric up in here?
You can confirm this.
No, I can see it.
You good
There's a skull in that
Oh my
die.
God, yeah, the skull ones. I'm actually feeling really bad.
Okay.
So that is 10 points of acid damage.
How you doing there, buddy?
I'm still standing, but I'm feeling hurt.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, what a beast.
Must have a high con.
All right, and they're just kind of sitting there in front of you, these two mounds of caustic yellow. Just extremely threatening right now. Dace, you are up.
Okay. I am grappled, so
Yes, you are grappled and restrained. So your speed is 0. Your attack rolls are at disadvantage. And disadvantage on dex saves. So you're a little bit stuck right now.
I have a question. If I use something that's slashing, is it kind of like breaking a lock in half where it's like kind of like that, or would it be two separate slimes forming? Two separate slimes?
Yeah,
So it appears that when you hit certain slimes with a slashing weapon, instead of it just kind of makes them smaller. Doesn't exactly kill them. It does some damage, but they multiply.
Okay. What do I have? Is piercing? Oh man, only my javelin. Or my dagger. Yeah. So I guess I'll use my dagger to like kind of shimmy my way out.
All right. So go ahead and make an attack roll at disadvantage because you are restrained.
8.
Pardon?
It's an 8.
It's an 8. Unfortunately, it's a little too hard for you to manipulate the dagger properly, and you are unable to pierce this warm orange colored slime.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a no. Wait. Oh yeah, rage doesn't do anything. Yeah, it's an 8 then. Okay.
All right, you are unable to pierce this slime. Anything else on your turn, Dace? Apoc, you're up. Or
Nope.
you're on it.
That is everything.
Right, Apoc.
Can I weave a shot through it, the one that's still marked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make it through your
Shooting
fence.
in between all of my friends at the weakened one that's on Sir Basil. That is it's a 23
All right, yeah, that hits for sure.
for 8 points of piercing damage.
All right, Sir Basil, this arrow comes out of nowhere and takes
Turn
another
away, turn away.
takes another slice out of this caustic slime. It's still standing.
It's still standing?
It's still standing.
Oh man.
But it's looking not so great.
Yeah, I can't reroll.
Still kind of looming over you, Sir Basil.
Okay.
The 1 on my D8.
All right, anything else on your turn, Apoc?
No, that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Oh boy. It's now the shifting slime's turn. And it is currently holding Dace in its hands, and it is going to try and swallow you, Dace. And it does not. Does a 9 hit your AC?
Nope.
Even with advantage, it does not hit you. That's sad. It was looking for a meal, so unfortunately, it doesn't get one.
Too thick.
Oh.
The other shifting slime, the one that is still changing colors, that is right next to Sir Basil,
Gosh.
is going to take its attack towards you for a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Okay, you take 2 points of acid damage, but you are now grappled and restrained once more.
Okay.
All right, Mrs. Q, you are up.
That pet hasn't been great already.
Okay. I have 0 spell slots left, which is what's making this difficult. I'm going to do the same thing, but now that I have more movement, I'm going to position myself so that I am within 5 feet of both the blue wiggly slimes.
So you'll go right in between?
No. Because then they'll take an opportunity attack if I get that close. But I need to be within 5 feet. So I'm like, yeah, around Dace-ish area. And I do the same thing, and I'm able to hit both of them.
All right, so yeah, Dace is kind of stuck right here and being grappled by the slime bee. Thank you, love.
Okay.
And Mrs. Q kind of wiggles her way and just tries to steal herself to the wall. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Okay. So it's another con save.
Oh, yes, for both of them, right?
Both of them, yeah.
Okay,
So
Slime A. The one that's currently grappling Sir Basil, is a 18.
that's good. That works.
Slime B is a 15.
Okay, both of them.
All right, so they both save.
Yes.
All right, anything else on your turn, Mrs. Q? Unfortunately, it seems like your spell did not take hold this round.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else I can do. So yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna be there.
All right.
Ugh.
Sir Basil, you are up.
Okay. I guess I try to ungrapple myself again.
All right, you're gonna try and break yourself out of this grapple. I need a strength check from you.
Okay.
Oh, doggo.
So that's a 14.
All right, you just manage, with all the damage you've taken, you're starting to get blurry spots at the side of your vision. You just managed to break out of the grapple of this slime as your action. You have a bonus action and your movement.
Oh, so this time I'm not prone.
You are still prone, so it'll take half your movement to get back up in order for you to run away or whatever it is you're about to do.
Okay.
But you are no longer grappled and no longer restrained.
Okay. Let me see here. Oh man, because the only damage I can do is slashing, unless I can get distance. So I'm kind of stuck.
You can shoot in melee. It's just disadvantage, which you're already at disadvantage because you're prone. But
yeah.
You can get up. Just use half your.
Yeah, so I can get up, but then I can't really escape because then it's opportunity. Correct? If I try.
You're a little bit cornered in here.
Yeah.
You might be able to move away from one of them, but yeah, you would provoke an opportunity attack.
Okay, I'm just going to. Well, I'll stand up. That's half my action, and then I'll. Oh, gosh, what do I want to do? Do I risk it? Okay, I just stand up and I use my help action, and I yell to the slime A who's been causing me all this trouble, almost kind of like mocking him. So I picture it as if like I'm like yelling insults at slime A to like get its attention, so that whoever is attacking next would get advantage to attack it.
Love it. Okay.
nice.
What do you yell at it?
What do I yell?
Knowing that it
Hey.
doesn't seem to have eyes or ears or nose or mouth.
Is that all you've got?
Oh no. All right, so next attack has advantage then with your help.
Yeah.
Right. Camembert, you are next.
As the thing turns to react to Sir Basil, it feels the blade of my rapier slide in behind it, as I will take that advantage.
Go for it.
18 to hit.
Absolutely.
I'm about.
This is slime A.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't even worry about rolling damage.
All right.
Yeah, it seems that even though slime A has absolutely nothing to hear you with, the thought of its food getting away for the first time in a long time does not sit well with it. And with that thought in its possibly nerve net, it perishes to Camembert's blades.
Yes, nerve net.
Nice.
Anything else on your turn, Cam?
I think that's, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna try something I haven't done before. And if I can, I'm going to take out my dagger in my other hand, and then using two weapon fighting, I'll take a swipe at the other slime behind it.
Nice. So this caustic one.
Yeah, so that's I don't add the modifier, so that's a 17.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And then 7 piercing damage with the dagger into the side of it. This is the frost dagger, but I don't know if it's still got the frost on it.
All right, so you notice as you heft the dagger into your hands that frostiness seems to have disappeared, and it is now just the piercing from your dagger. But that is a pretty striking blow to the caustic slime that has a tendency to splash. And I need both Basil and Camembert to make a dex save in the splash zone of this thing.
23.
Yep, you're good.
17.
You're good.
Nice.
You're able to kind of just limbo under the splash zone of this thing.
Limbo.
Limbo. All right, and almost in retaliation, seeing another possible meal come its way, that slime is going to strike right back at you, Camembert.
If you said I liked it in Matrix 1 when Neo limboed those bullets.
Shush, I know what I said. That is going to be a 23 to hit you.
Oh yeah.
These things are rolling like crazy.
I know, the skull dice. That is going to be 8 points of acid damage towards you, Camembert.
Cool.
A dagger is piercing, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. And the second slime on your other side, Sir Basil is going to lash out at the closest thing again, which is you. And that's going to be a 19 to hit.
Oh my god.
Yep.
And that's only going to be 4 points of acid damage. How you doing, buddy?
I am like, I'll paint a picture of like that hit and like I'm knocked on my knees and I'm like, just the wind.
Why are you flipping them over?
Eric's been doing the first ones, but I think it's a great idea.
I know, I don't know who's prone and who isn't now. All right, so the slime, sensing that it's starting to close in on maybe this little gerbing that's in front of it, is going to just get ready for a killing blow. As Dace, you are up. You are.
Well, I'm not knocked prone, but like I paint a picture of like it was a good hit.
Yeah, don't worry about what Sean is doing. It didn't matter.
I'm still grappled, right?
Still grappled and restrained by this shifting slime.
Can I just break free using pure strength, like pure brute strength?
You can absolutely try. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Saving throw?
Check.
Strength check or
Check.
18.
18. You're able to push this pseudopod off you with your action and your brute strength. And you are free from the slime for now, this warm orange slime.
Okay.
So that was your action. You have a bonus and a move.
A bonus and a move, eh? I got nothing. That's it, I guess.
Right. Dace is just going to breathe angrily in its face. Apoc, you are up.
I want to kill that slime.
Go for it.
The same one.
Do it, coward.
With my bow. 17.
Absolutely.
There we go. 11 points of damage.
Yeah,
That's much better.
It's gone. A third arrow strikes and sizzles into the slime that has been accosting you, Sir Basil, and it is actually dead this time. Whoever moved it on its side is preemptive.
And as a bonus action, I want to move my hunter's mark into slime B.
Okay.
How big's the spray when it blows up?
Oh yes, thank you for reminding me. Oh no, you're good. It's only on melee.
It didn't spray last time, so it kept going.
Yeah, only on melee attacks will it spray.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Let me read it again just to make sure.
No, we don't need to do that.
No, you're good. It's melee attacks only.
All right.
But yeah, the arrows just sizzle. So Dace is free from this. And you moved your hunter's mark.
Yeah, to slime B.
All right. Slime B is up next. Dace, Mrs. Q, you're both within range of it. I need you to both roll a d20. Higher number is who it attacks.
7.
14.
That's me.
Dace, the slime does not like being, not having a meal. It's going to react to you once more and try and grapple you again. 24 to hit.
Does not hit.
Liar. Jesus Christ. You are going to take 8 points of acid damage as the pseudopod you just
man.
freed yourself from wraps itself back around you again, and you feel the burning acid. Nope, that's a lie. You feel the radiant damage start to pierce through your feathers as this warm orange slime that should have been dealing radiance as Mrs. Q had hit it. And I forgot about that.
It's but a scratch.
Lots to keep track of here. Let me have this one.
No, it's cool.
And you are grappled and restrained by this slime once more.
Okay.
Mrs. Q, you are up.
Would it take an action to hand some of my berries to Basil? Would that be an action?
No. I'll treat it like a potion.
Okay.
You can like throw it to Basil for a bonus action.
Okay. So first thing I do is I reach into my apron and I pull out 5 berries, and I just and you can, that's 5 hit points that you gain back.
Perfect.
And just as I do that, with the other hand, I reach into the other side of my apron and I pull out the rusty dagger that I'm still carrying. And I whip around and I stab Slime B.
All right, make an attack roll. So D20 plus proficiency plus your dex modifier.
Of the enthusiasm.
Yeah. Mrs. Q has a bite to her.
Mm-hmm.
Plus your.
So 10 in total.
Plus your.
Yeah, plus proficiency plus dex.
Okay.
So 10 in total.
Yes, you just hit Slime B as with your dagger. D4 plus your dex modifier. Maybe it does like infection damage too, since it's rusty.
Yes, it needs a tetanus shot.
In like 5 years.
5 damage.
All right. Yeah, the slime is actually starting to not look too good after being accosted over and over and over again, but it does not relinquish Dace from its grasp. Anything else on your turn, Mrs. Q? You only have your movement left.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think I'll remain where I am.
All right. Basil, you are up.
If I move like towards the, if I try to move here, does that give this guy an opportunity attack?
Yes. So if you move out of its 5-foot range, it will make an attack at you.
And technically, how far do I need to move in order to use my longbow? If I'm up close, it's disadvantage, correct?
I believe if you're just within 5 feet of it, if you're within melee range, it's disadvantage. Is that right? So if you back up 5 feet to where you're not in melee range anymore, you'd be a straight shot.
Okay. I'm going to try to move back and see if this thing.
All right, it's going to take a slash at you as you leave.
Mm-hmm.
No, it does not hit you, not with a 5.
Woo! Okay.
How many hit points do you have?
Like it's a good thing that Mrs. Q healed me. I had only 3 hit points left.
Yikes.
So essentially, I move back against the wall, and I pull out my longbow, and I take a shot at this guy.
All right, go for it. Make your attack.
Okay. That's a 14.
Absolutely hits.
Okay. So that's 6 damage.
All right. Yeah, you, same as what's been happening to Apoc. You shoot your arrow, and the slime takes the damage, and you see the arrow sizzle inside of it. It's still standing.
Like, how's it looking though?
It's looking okay. Not looking great, but it's looking okay.
I'm gonna use my action surge and attack it again.
Oh man, do you get your action surge back at a short rest?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez Louise, go for it. Attack again.
Jeez, that's a 9.
A 9 just hits.
Oh, okay.
There's slimes.
Yeah.
Another 5 damage.
Not looking too great, but it is still standing and still kind of just looking not as menacing as it once was, but the 2 arrows sizzling in its form kind of has almost a sinister glow right in front of you, Camembert. It's a little bit disconcerting.
In addition to that, I yell another insult, being like, what do I say? What should I say?
You yellow-bellied sapsucker. I'm not good at this.
You'll never take me alive. And I try and get attention, and I give advantage again with help.
All right, to the next attack.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and next up is Camembert.
Are you on the ground?
That's a death save. All right.
Jesus Christ, why are you always dead?
You're down? When did you go down?
That 8 was exactly how much hit points I had left.
You gotta tell us when you go prone.
Oh my gosh, from the splash damage?
No, from the when it hit me with the last hit. So that's a death save. All right, that's my turn.
Eric, you gotta say when you fall to the ground.
I did. I turned it over.
I thought you were just like
But the other
causing
one,
trouble.
yeah, the other one was turned over and it
was.
wasn't dead.
But I was dead.
All right. So Camembert, after your first death save goes by, what part of Camembert's life flashes before his eyes?
What Cam sees, he's in a study, and he's placing a painting up on the wall, and hearing noise coming, quickly hides under a desk as the moment of sheer panic covers Camembert as you see him drift a little further away from consciousness.
All right.
Does no one have a spell or an electric potion?
The slime is up next. The one that's standing right over Cam. Oh my god, Eric, I can't kill another one of your characters.
Hey, it's how the story goes. You do whatever the thing would do.
No.
All right. The slime is going to attack the nearest thing that it can sense breathing. And it's going to strike out with its pseudopod towards you on the ground, Camembert. With advantage.
Oh.
Oh, that's too far.
It's a natural 20.
Holy crap. Are you kidding me?
It was gonna be a crit
my
either way.
God.
No.
Mrs. Q, you sense Camembert stop breathing.
Oh my, oh wow.
Oh my god.
All because you didn't tell us you dropped.
Camembert,
It wouldn't have changed anything.
Camembert, what are your last words?
Because I'm underneath slime.
I mean, it just kind of lashed out to hit you. You could say something if you want.
As you see Cam kind of picturing his like last vision, it's almost like the camera pans out and you see a picture of a very beautiful gerbean painted on the wall as it fades to darkness. And he's smiling.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. All right, and the other ooze is no longer there. Dace, you are up, my friend, and I believe you are still grappled and restrained by this thing.
Yeah, I'm hanging by a thread too. Can I use my strength once again to break free?
Yep, go ahead and make a strength check.
Strength save it? No, it's strength check. Yeah. 20.
Yeah, you're able to brush this off again. The rage pumping through your veins, seeing Camembert over your shoulder, and you're able to free yourself once more. You have a bonus action and you have a movement.
I can't do anything with the bonus action. I don't have any bonus actions. And I can't. If I move, he gets an opportunity attack, right?
Likely.
Yeah.
I don't know. He doesn't have eyes.
Okay. Well, I'll still have to go in anyways. I can't. Yeah, I'm immediate. Yeah, I can't do anything. I'll just stay put.
All right, you're just gonna stay put.
Yeah.
Apoc, you are up.
Yeah, arrow into the closest one.
Okay.
One that was marked. It's only an 11.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. For 9, another 11 points of damage into the slime bee that has the hunter mark.
Slime bee quakes once more and turns into a puddle, as that has been taken care of by another of Apoc's arrows.
And then bonus action, move it to the last target. Hunter
Okay.
mark.
Mrs. Q, you are up.
Okay, let's think. Ignoring everything else, I kneel down next to Cam and I start rifling through his bag to see if there's a healing potion in there that we can use on him that he just forgot about, and simultaneously yell at Kina and ask her if she has any kind of healing potion or abilities that could help our friend.
You see Kina up against the wall, her head kind of lolling back and forth, just there, but not really. It's been a couple days that she's been stuck down here, and she looks weak as it is, even by the sound of her voice as she was calling and responding back to Apoc earlier. You didn't get the sense that she was in any state to fight or defend herself in any way. I don't believe there's any healing potion in Cam's bag. And as you're close to Cam, Mrs. Q, you don't feel a pulse.
Okay. I'm so scared.
That's not funny.
I know what you mean. Oh my God.
I have like, no, I don't have any healing potions. I just have potions in there, but they're other stuff.
Okay. Well, as I'm kneeling there, you see Miss Quillam start to cry, and little tiny blue flower petals start just falling from somewhere over the body, and I just sit there.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
Moment of silence.
It's okay. How the dice roll.
How the dice roll. Sir Basil, you are up.
Seeing what just happened, he draws his bow and just like fires off at this last remaining slime thing.
Make your attack. The slime looming over Camembert and Mrs. Q.
Jeez. An 8?
An 8 just hits.
Oh, okay.
Don't even bother rolling damage. It has like 2 hit points left.
All right.
How do you want to do this, Sir Basil?
Just like with like just like feeling so overwhelmed. He can't even like get a word. He's just yelling like ah, and just like lets it go, and just straight through. Like it looks like this thing sort of has like a face, just straight through, like right between the eyes, and it's just like he immediately just like drops his bow and just like drops down in tears.
As the slime turns to a puddle of ooze on the ground. We are out of combat. They are all dead.
My God.
Ooh.
That was intense.
And we'll end it there for tonight.
Holy moly, man.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm so upset. For real.
I think we'll cry.
That's
Would you
2 for 2.
would you have used the good berries differently had you had known he was down?
Yes.
Because the thing is, like, even though it helped, I have not been hit since.
Yeah. I mean, not that I would have done that, but I had 5. I could have split it.
Yeah.
But like if you didn't back up, it wouldn't have hit me, right? Because it would have gone after you because you're
Yeah,
in front of it.
You're right.
Like there's a lot of different variables that were at play there.
Yeah.
That's how the dice roll, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm still in denial. Let me linger here for a bit.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Eric, I'm so sorry. That was such a wonderful character.
And then like we go into like the whole thing where like he took the 1 damage from the thing like earlier. Like that was I'm like, oh, this 1 damage isn't gonna matter from the slipping and falling.
It was Dace's fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was a great session. Great session.
Yeah.
That was
Man.
Oh, I am shaking.
It's been like what we've had 3 or 4 sessions so far. This is 4?
This was our 5th, I think.
This is 5th.
Mm.
Already so like so attached to these characters.
I know.
Yeah.
So cute. Well, we will pick up right there at the end of combat
All
next
right.
time.
Sounds good. Wonderful job, Andrea.
Yeah.
Jesus. Ugh, still
Like,
2 weeks.
very
okay.
intense, lots of drama. Yeah, you did a great job preparing it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it doesn't feel that way right
What
now.
was that? 16th?
I'm just checking now. Yeah, it's the 16th, all right?
Think so?
I'm very sorry, Eric.
That's why I play D&D. I don't want to play where there's no risk of it happening. So
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh man, oh man.
How close was everyone